What's up, everybody? We are back here on the Hunter Call of the Wild with another early access look at the brand new update coming to Call of the Wild. Thank you to the developers for giving me a chance to play this update early. I really do appreciate it. Today we're going to be using all of the new weapons, and we're also going to be hunting for some of the new racks for moose, as well as probably go checking out the fallow to see if we can find any of those new fur types. Now, obviously, we are going to be trying to go through quite a bit of stuff today, so this might end up being a longer video, because we're going to use all four of these weapons, as well as checking out, you know, the new racks for the moose and the new furs for the fallow, provided we get lucky enough to find one. But we're going to be starting off with the 500 Jeffrey. Let's see how this thing does on a moose. I am excited to see. Smoked him. I mean, that right there, that was a broadside shot, no heart shot or anything like that, and it's dying pretty quickly. I definitely think this gun is going to be at least equal to the 375 in terms of how good it is against moose. But obviously, the more we use it, the more of an idea we'll get on how good it really is. Now, this rifle is really freaking cool, man. Let's go ahead and shoot so you guys can see it. It is a blazer-style rifle. This thing is freaking cool, man. It's so freaking cool. The reload animation looks clean. I really like it. Now, as for the moose, one thing you're going to notice is they got a texture upgrade on the antlers. So the existing antlers in the game did get a texture upgrade like this, and it looks really clean. Now, obviously, this is not a new rack, but I mean, just getting that rework to it, making them look a little bit more realistic is huge. These look really, really good. All right, let's get this shot into this guy if we can. Smoked him. Gosh, I mean, that thing is doing crazy work. You know, I just realized I did not look at the penetration and stuff on that last one. We got to do that with this one here. And I still need to place down my blind here. I just reset up last night because I wanted to be able to get straight to making videos today. But we've got this beauty right here that we need to shoot real quick, provided it will actually move forward more and get away from this guy over here. There we go. Let's just pop him there. I mean, dude, I feel like that was double lung too. Like, that thing's dying quickly. Let's go ahead and put this down real quick. Oh no, did they finally fix the blinds being able to place close to a tent? Try deploying farther away from nearby structures. I guess they finally fixed this. I mean, I always thought that it was like an intentional thing, but I guess maybe it was a bug and they just finally got around to fixing it. That's a little unfortunate. I mean, it's not too big of a deal. Blinds are still going to be more effective to use than stands are, just because it's quicker to get in them. But I wish you could still place them close to the tent. Oh, that looks so good. Holy crap. Gosh, the new textures look incredible. And my gosh, that 500, dude, that was a quartering shot. That was a quartering shot from 233 meters. And it did all of that. Okay, the 500 Jeffrey is insane, bro. This is crazy. Here's this one right here. Again, the new textures look really, really clean on the antlers. I mean, these are just awesome looking. They look less Play-Doh-y and actually look like real antlers now in terms of the textures. Also, what the heck? I haven't seen that before on this rack, I don't think. It's practically poking his eyes out. My gosh. Ooh, we got a 5. Okay, well, that's a great start to the day. A diamond potential moose. Actually, that might be a guaranteed diamond. I'm trying to remember if diamond is 279 or if it's 281. I think it's 279. I think it's 279. So I think this is going to be a diamond right here. Well, let's get lined up and take him down. Okay, you know what? We're going to try a weird angle just to see how crazy this gun can really be. Can we hit the vitals from this angle? I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to risk it just to kind of see what's going on. How good is it going to be from this weird angle here? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, it's taking it down already. That's impressive. Let's see. Oh, dude. The diamonds look incredible with this new retexture. Wow. Oh, that's a beauty right there, man. Oh, that's such a pretty moose. Yeah, they nailed it. This retexture is incredible. I can't wait to see the actual new racks because I have yet to see the new racks. And supposedly there is a few new racks as well. Here we go. Let's just pop that guy right there. Dude, this 500 is so awesome. That actually might be our first single lung hit of the entire day. He's dying a little slower, but I assume that was just my bad shooting there. Let's see if we can get these two down. Here we go. Did I get that second one? No. Or did I? I don't actually know. Maybe? Let's see. Did we hit this one in double lung? No, that was a single lung. Okay. That was indeed a single lung. However, that's probably because we hit the shoulder bone too. Honestly, from this angle, that's still pretty good. I would say if it was fully broadside, you would still double lung this thing at 260 meters, which is crazy. All right, so this was the one that was right next to it. Let's see what this shot was like. Yeah, wow. The fact we even got vitals is crazy. Dude, any other rifle, and I don't think it even would have made it through that far to hit the lung. This honestly might be a truly game-changing addition to moose hunting. And is this a new moose rack? I just realized this looks different. I mean, I don't think it could be a new one because I haven't shot any moose since the update. And I've been playing, you know, a decent bit on Layton since the last time I shot moose. So they would have had time to respawn. But I just don't remember a small rack like this having these like flaring out tines. I mean, let me know. Does this look new or is that an old rack? I think it's probably an old one and I just don't remember it. All right, here we go. Let's try to get this right into the lungs. Smoked him. Holy crap, he's going down quick. There's this guy right here. Again, this is an older rack, but I mean, well, two different older racks combined, but still, they look so much better with the retexture. Like, holy crap, man. This looks so good. Boop. Smoked him. Gosh, that is a crazy looking moose there. That is a really interesting one. That might be the coolest one we've seen today that isn't a diamond. Oh. I tried to shoot and it wouldn't let me. I tried to click too quick, I guess. And did we smoke him? I don't know. Let's see this giant right here. Holy. Yeah, it's a beauty. 245. I'm pretty sure this is one of the old racks, but man, it sure looks good, man. That looks awesome. Hopefully this first little group of respawns will give us some of the new antlers. I'm really curious to see how long it's going to take before we get some racks that we for sure haven't seen. So I think I'm going to keep hunting the moose until we get a new rack that we have yet to see. And then once we get a new rack to spawn, we'll probably take it down and then move on to one of the other new guns. Ooh. I mean, that's not a new rack, but we get to see the big rack diamond with the new textures on it. Holy crap, that is going to be insane up close. Let's get this guy down, man. I mean, already that just looks crazy. Holy crap. My gosh, man. I need this thing to, like, actually stop moving, though. There we go. We smoked it. I probably should have mentioned this earlier in the video, but the 500 Jeffrey is the first ever Class 8 to 9 weapon in the game. You cannot shoot Class 7s with this thing because it's just too big and powerful. And I mean, we're seeing it just take down these freaking moose, and that is a sight to behold. Oh, the retexture, man, I can't get over it. 300 scoring moose. Jeez, that's insane. Look at how crazy that looks. This is just so much better than the old moose antlers. I just can't even... I just can't believe how big of an upgrade it really is. Like, this is insane. Ooh. Another 5. My gosh. I mean, this, I believe, is a 50-50 of a couple of the old antlers, but still, man, that's still really cool. Let's see. What do we have here? Yeah, that looks like 2 of the old antlers, so not new, but it is another diamond, and it's a beautiful diamond at that. Absolutely amazing. Also, I was completely wrong on what I thought the diamond score was. I don't know why I thought it was like 279 or 271 or whatever I said earlier. It's been a while since we've shot some moose, so I wasn't too brushed up on what they score at diamond. But there we go. Oh! That was a mosaic? Dude, I didn't even see it was a mosaic because it was behind a tree. I just blasted it. Well, that's that's a surprise. Oh my gosh, just a random Mosaic. Well then, I'll take it. That's cool. The next weapon that we're going to try out is the 17 HMR. Now, this thing is pretty freaking cool because not only is it a class 1 to 2 rifle, but if you look in the bottom right, it zeros to 300 meters. I believe it's the first class 1 to 2 rifle that can do that, which is just incredible. That alone makes this worth using. Now, we're going to 0 to 150 and see if we can adjust for the drop. I'm not sure how bad the drop's going to be, so we'll aim top of the back. Okay, so the drop's a little rough, but I mean, that's to be expected. At least it can zero much farther than the other ones. But if you're going kind of in between the two zero distances up there, it might drop a good bit. But, ooh, we nailed him. Obviously wasn't a good hit, but we're hitting him. And that's cool. Okay. We're going to have to try and find some more broadside 150 meter shots to take because obviously that one right there was kind of in between the two zeroing distances. So wasn't really sure how the drop was going to be. It seems like it's not terrible, but there's definitely some there. So I really want to try a perfect broadside shot with this 17 HMR because so far it's pretty impressive. It can 0 to 300 meters. All right, zeroing for 75. Can we hit it? I mean, that looked like a pretty good hit to me. Okay, so this actually was vitals, and also here's the blood from that first one we shot, which did not die, so good to note, good to note. I mean, obviously the Badger is not the smallest thing you can shoot with this gun, but I felt like it would be a good test. And so far, if you hit vitals, they die decently fast, but I'd rather use the 257 on them. But I mean, oh, wow. Oh, we hit like everything. We hit like everything. And still only got 44% quick kill bonus. I mean, the only thing we didn't hit was the heart and the second lung. But I mean, yeah, it took a while to kill it. Okay, so this is about 130 meters away, fully broadside. I want to get this one if it'll stop. Ooh, it stopped. Okay. So let's 0 to 150. Aim just a tiny bit low. Ooh, okay. Is it losing health? Yeah, it's losing health, but it is taking a long time. Now, obviously, I know that not every gun can be like a super insane powerhouse. There is some advantages with the 17 HMR. Obviously, it can 0 up to 300 meters. That's something that the other 1 to 2 class weapons cannot do. So it's already got that going for it. It's got 10-round magazine. It is a bolt action, so that slows it down a little bit. The power isn't as crazy as other class 2 weapons, but I mean, it's not supposed to be. It's a class 1 to 2 weapon. So I think it'll still be quite useful. Obviously, like if I'm Badger hunting, though, I'm probably going to choose the 257 or even the brand new 25-06. But I mean, if you just want to carry one weapon that can take class 1 or 2, then it's definitely the best of the 1 to 2 class weapons. Definitely better than the 22 Magnum or the 22 Hornet. Now, let's see. What did we get? That is double lung liver. So yeah, it doesn't kill them super quick, but I think it's just the trade-off for having such a long-range class 1 to 2 weapon. It's unfortunate the mission thing is going up because I want to shoot this real quick. Oh, smoked it. I mean, it absolutely demolishes the birds, so it does quite good on the class 1 animals. I bet it'll absolutely smoke a mink or a pine marten. Let's see what we got here. So, I mean, we hit like everything. The penetration's really good on the 17 HMR. That's probably its strongest suit, aside from it being very long, like a good long range, smaller caliber. It's also quite good at penetrating deep into whatever you shoot. And now we stick with the Badgers. However, this is going to be the 25-06. Now, something cool about this that you're going to notice, well, you'd notice if I had remembered to bring the other ammo. I'll be right back. Okay, now we got it and we can actually see. So right here, the 25-06 polymer tips, you'll notice, go from classes 3 to 7. But if we switch over to the soft point, it changes to 2 to 6. Honestly, that is really, really cool. I hope they do that with some of the other weapons in the game as well. I would love it if soft points had a different class range than the polymer tips, because that would give pretty much any gun, like a much more versatile range of animals that you could hunt with them. Like imagine being able to shoot a red deer with a 300, but you have to use the soft points. Like that could be kind of cool. Here we go. Soft point 25-06 versus a badger. Let's see. Destroyed. Oh my gosh, that is satisfying, man. It is so like, it feels so strange to use like a rifle that normally is a 3-7 on a class 2 animal and have it actually get full score just because we switched to the soft points, which are 2-6. So cool, man. Okay, let's see. How good was the shot and how much penetration did we get? Okay, so I was a little bit far back, but as you can see for a soft point, that's a pretty good amount of penetration. So like, it's going to have no problem killing these class 2 animals, which it shouldn't have any problem with it for sure. But this confirms it. It's going to do quite well on them. Okay, let's try it with the other ammunition. So as you can see, we have now equipped the polymer tip 25-06. And we're going to go ahead and blast this little badger right here, or really any of them. This one's a force. I'd like to shoot it, but I want to make sure it's completely broadside so we can get a equal test here. But what you're going to notice is now we're not going to get full score. We will not get the full medal rating. We will not pass all the harvest checks because of the fact that we're using the poly tips instead of the soft points. Let's see. That is indeed vitals. And as you can see, it does not give us all the harvest checks. We have the improper ammo for this animal. So that is really, really cool. I just love the fact that you can swap out the ammo and it'll shift like one class either higher or lower, depending on which ammunition type that you use. Honestly, it's a really cool system. And like I said, I want to see more weapons get this. All right, now let's try it on a mountain goat. Let's see how the 25-06 does on something that's a little bit more like of a typical size for what you would use this polymer tip ammunition for. In fact, I think whichever one lifts its head first is getting smoked. Oh, there we go. Smoked it. And it's losing health decently fast. I would say this 25-06 is probably comparable to like, I don't know, 257. You know, it's not meant to be as powerful as like your 30-06 or your 308. But it's going to be a pretty versatile weapon, and that is going to make up for it. And if you guys haven't already, be sure to watch the last video that I made here on the channel, because we took down... Oh, is that a diamond muley? That's a freaking diamond mule deer. Just a random diamond mule deer. Incredible. But anyway, as I was saying, if you haven't watched the last video, we used the 25-06 on a ton of roe deer. And it does so good on them. And that's more of the size of animal that I will likely be using that 25-06 for, because it was decimating every single roe deer we took a shot at. Uh-oh, we got a problem here. I am going to need to try and get this guy to stop because he is trying to run away. I changed the time of mule deer time and found the lake that this guy was at, so I figured let's take him down with the 25-06. We just got to hope that he actually gives us an angle and in a spot where I can actually see him. Smoked him. Okay. And we got penetration. I think maybe even double lung because it's dying pretty quickly. Let's see, how did this rifle do? Well, first of all, it's a big boy diamond. Love to see that. It was double lung. What's the quick kill? 91%. I mean, that ain't too bad, to be honest. You know, this is probably like one of the most useful rifles from this particular pack. Because this is, if I'm not mistaken, this feels like one of the first weapons that fills a gap between our current like 243, 257, and then stuff like the 308, 30-06. Like, obviously, we have some guns that are in like similar power ranges, like probably the 270 and the 6.5. 6.5 might be a little bit weaker. But like both of those that I just mentioned, they're a class 4 to 8 weapon. This is a 2 to 6 or 3 to 7, depending on which ammo you use, which is pretty awesome. Like, this is going to be a very useful rifle. And now it's time to try out the final weapon in the weapon pack. This guy right here is the Cassidy combination shotgun. Now, currently we've got 12 gauge birdshot in it. And if we hold down the R key, or, you know, whatever the equivalent button would be on a console, it'll switch over to the 22 Magnum. So this is going to be a pretty cool weapon. I don't know how much I'm going to use it, but I think it will be a fun one. This is like more of a fun gun. It's not nearly as useful as some of the others, but I mean, if you want a combination gun, this is probably one of the better ones we have in the game, although the 9.3 is probably the best. The drilling rifle, phenomenal rifle. But whether or not it's the most useful in its category doesn't detract from the fact that it is quite cool. And unfortunately, the pheasants were really far away, so yeah, I didn't get a chance to shoot anything. All right, let's see. Let's take this thing down. We missed, but don't worry. We'll just switch to the 22 Magnum and then take another shot. This is going to be tough to use. I got to check if there's any scopes that fit on it. Okay, let's try to take down this bad boy right here. There's the 12 gauge to the face. Swap over to the 22 mag. Is there any others I can shoot? Not really, no. Those are all females. And there we go. We absolutely smoked that little guy right there. Absolutely toasted him. All right, here we go. 22 mag. And I missed. I missed a target that was literally 2 inches in front of me. But we somehow hit that one. 22 mag smoked him. And there we go. That's a lot of damage. Oh gosh, can I even hit this? How far is that? 116? I could probably hit this, right? Oh, over his head. Well, fast travel up there. No, it dipped down as it took off. And we missed that one too. We're doing great. And back to the shotgun part of it. Take down this guy. Where'd he go? Right there. Smoked him. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this first look at all of the brand new weapons. I do think this is going to be one of the most useful weapon packs that we've ever had in Call of the Wild. Let me know if you guys think it's going to be that for you, because I definitely feel like I'm going to use the 500 a ton. I mean, it's a moose killing machine. The 25-06 is going to be my go-to roe deer weapon when I'm trying to get full score. The brand new 17 HMR is obviously the best long-range class 1 to 2 weapon in the game. The combination gun's probably the only one that I won't really use too much, but I'm sure there's lots of you that will love that thing. Thank you guys so much for watching, though. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, hit the like button, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace!